All right, so I have a very flat, tapered coffin that is, excuse me, that I'm using for the bottom of my aquarium nail. Now, I have never tried it this way. You and I will find out if it's going to work. I've seen Haley do this and a few other people where they're going to take, instead of putting it on like the flat sheet and having the back where it's open, because I don't like that, I am going to put these nails so that the top one, you can see, it's going to be hard with these damn gloves on right now, so that the top one lays rather flat like that, and then we're going to seal around it, and we're going to fill from the end. We're also going to cut this off, it's a little too long. So before I go any farther, I want to get rid of some of the length on the top nail. So let's just grab this, and we're just going to take off probably about, remember, you can always take more off. You cannot add it back. I'm going to start there and see how that goes. Because the top nail is not going to, there we go. Oh, that's good. So I don't want it to sit too far down because I want a nice big tank. So I don't know how well you'll be able to see that. Come on, focus. So we've got the good camera on the face so that we can use the mic and you can hear. We've got the semi-good camera looking down. So we're going to grab this lamp, which is my flash curing lamp. It's the one I got from Yokefellow. I think I got that off of, I might have gotten that off of Amazon, to be true. Oh, yeah, this is so thick. I don't know what I was thinking using that brush. Let's grab our gel brush, which is why I grabbed it in the first place. We are going to do this. We are going to take, excuse me, and do a nice coat of this on the nail. Nice and smooth. So this initial coat we're doing here is going to be the one that we use to stick our pieces down, right? So you want it smooth, but you don't want it so thin that when you stick your cutouts to it, they don't stick. And you need something that is thick and sticky if you're going to use cutouts like this on a crazy C-curve nail. You cannot just use anything. You need something that's really thick. The viscosity needs to be like Gen B crazy tough thick, right? Because that's going to hold those pieces in place for you so well that you are not going to have to worry about gluing them down with anything else. So you want to make this coat that we're doing here, you're going to try to make it as smooth as possible, because this is a no wipe that, like, the dupe for the Gen B. So this is that crazy thick top coat, right? We will not need to do another top coat unless we want to. Now, I like to do on something like this where they're supposed to be more like a liquidy kind of look. I do another top coat, but if you are doing something that you want to make sure that you preserve all of, you want to preserve all of the shapes of your 3D and the crisp edges of your 3D, then that's why I say you have to use something really thick when you do something like this. Okay, so I want to do a yellow one, I think, on the top here. So I'm just going to take this, try to make sure it's, well, what I want to try to make sure is I want it to be, I want that hair off of it. I want it to be down the middle of the nail, is what I'm looking for. So let's get this damn black fuzzy off. A pitch. And I'm just pressing it in, because, like I said, that stuff is going to hold it where you want it. I'm not concerned that this is, if you look, not concerned that that's not laying flat, because we're going to put another coat of clear on this when we are done. And I prefer that to actually stick up. It gives it a better, they pop out better, I've noticed, when I was doing the practice nails. It really, my memory card just went loop, 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 loop on me. So if you hold on 1 second, we will put a new memory card in the same. So let's sit this puppy down. Back. Memory card got full, so we had to pick up another one. Okay, so we have a pink sperm. Let's do, I feel like I need a green. Give me this blue one right here. Let me, there we go. I like to put them back and forth. I don't want their tails to be facing the same. Oh, and then I put that one right there facing the same direction. Damn it. I don't want their tails to be facing in the same direction, is what I was trying to say. Then I put that one on wrong. Okay, let's see. You can go off in the opposite direction. And purple one. That is absolutely freaking hilarious. Okay, this is where it gets fun. I need a better brush, though. I need a little bit of a... This is going to be better. Alright, so all we are doing with this is making our lovely dollops on top of what we have here, right? So, got my brush. And I'm going to show you two different ways to do this. So, the first way is using this no wipe, right, that I have here already. And then I'm sure some of you have seen people use it. And if you're going to use it, use one that is, I would recommend using one that's a no wipe. But gem glue, a really, really thick gem glue in a squeeze bottle, that can work as well. I will show you how to do that on the other one. So we'll do the gem glue method on the second one of these. Okay, I have one little itty bitty bubble in there, and I do not know if I'm going to be able to get it out, but I'm going to try. There we go. No, I did not get that sucker out. Come on. Come on, bubble. Work with the mom. Work with the girl. Come on. Damn you, bubble. Alright. You might be staying because I am not going to argue anymore with you. But I do want to, and that's what this brush, besides trying to get this stupid bubble out, but maybe. Yes, no, maybe so. I'm trying to draw out the gel to the edge of our cutout. I'm going to give that a flash cure. Woo, do you see how neon that is? It's so fun. These are so fun. I have a custom acrylic that I put these in, and oh gosh, they're hilarious. Alrighty. Just laying it down on the rest of my cutout here. Trying not to play with it too much so that I don't get all of the air bubbles in it. If these were nails I was worried about wearing, I would like take a lot more time making sure there's no air bubbles in them. But I'm not going to wear these. So we will probably be okay with a few air bubbles. I hope you forgive me. Put the brush right there. Alright. Let us drag it down. So it's just a matter of dragging it to the edge of the cutout, but not over. So that's why like one of these little liner brushes works well for it. I am definitely liking the thicker product this time. Apologies, I keep getting out of frame. Okay. This reminds me of working with Embo Gel because you're just kind of trying to gently guide it into place where you want it. And that's the same thing like when you use Embo Gel. So So here, I'm going to show you how I did it with the rhinestone glue on one of these that's on the side, because I really want to use the product that I'm using now on all of the rest of them, because it gives me so much more it stays in place like a lot more. The viscosity is a lot thicker, but I figured I'll show you one with this. This is not going to be able to go down the tail quite as easily because it's not as thick, so it tries to run over the edge of the tail. So if you're going to use a rhinestone glue, just be aware that it's much harder to get it to go down the tail, or anything you're doing that is that small with the rhinestone glue, just because it's not nearly as thick viscosity wise. But like if you see, it doesn't stick up as much. Totally okay with that. I just wanted to show you how it looked using the rhinestone. So now we're going to go over here, do our last one, and then we will top coat this. Woo! So that we've got one nail completely done. Like it's just going to tie all of this in. It's going to give it that nice. God, I swear sometimes I just wonder. It's going to give it that nice, like, gelled look where it just kind of all goes together. You know what I'm saying? I don't want too much clear between each one, but I want enough. Okay, we're back. I'm sorry. I had to do some of it off camera. I was getting myself frustrated, which is never good because this is all just supposed to be in fun. And I was just getting myself too frustrated, so I just needed to take it back. I had to finish part of it off camera, so I went ahead and did the ruler off camera because I was just getting myself way too frustrated. But here, let's turn it upside down so you can kind of see our little spermies moving. I feel like this one really pushed me outside my comfort zone. First of all, doing an aquarium nail, and I've only done one aquarium nail before, and it was 2 years ago. So I felt like that really kind of pushed me out of my comfort zone because I was like, okay, I can do it. I can do it. And then deciding that I was going to make little condoms, little condom wrappers, that was a little frustration there. But honestly, I would say that I'm happy with the way they turned out. Once I just chilled my ass out. Okay, come on. Come on, camera. Once I just chilled out and just relaxed, I felt much better. So thank you for hanging out with me. Oh no, let's see if I can get this even closer so you can see a little better. Hold on. There we go. Thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Thanks for putting up with my frustration. I know it wasn't the greatest video. I'm bummed that I didn't get everything on camera, but I was just stressing myself out too much, and that is never good. There's no need for us to stress ourselves out over this. Again, it's all in fun. Nobody is going to come through and go, oh my God, that doesn't look perfect, because let's be truthful, no one's perfect. We've discussed that, and we know I am definitely not. But again, I am just happy that you decided to hang out with me and watch my video, and I'm so happy and feel so grateful that I was invited to do this collab. It was so much fun thinking about the kind of nails I wanted to do and everything like that. I feel like the first set I did, don't get me wrong, I like them. Where are they? Where did I sit them down at? Oh, here they are. I like them, but they're just, I think the two together, that's my nails. So here's a big old fuck you to the people that we just need to tell the fuck off. If you haven't subscribed, I swear to God, they're not all this, like, I keep saying that. I swear my videos are not all of this, like, you know, sporadic and crazy and, like, you know, just all over the place. And then every effing video is sporadic and crazy and all over the place. Oh, so this is, here, I'll show you. This is my practice nail. So that was the very first one I did. I feel like these turned out a lot better. Those 3D ones. So thank you. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, hit those notifications, give me a thumbs up, a comment on this video, let me know what you would have done differently, any suggestions. I feel like my aquarium nail got a little bulbous. Girlfriend she got some hips on her. She's not so much a square anymore. She's a little hippie. But hey, it's all good. We can deal with a little hippie, right? I want to wish you peace, love, and joy, and I hope you have just the most amazing weekend. Thank you. Bye.